Also, it's so obvious that Christian is gay because he's like, they're charging $5 for a brewski. He is working with that bartender.
He's really trying the hardest.
He leaves with two of the band members.
Yeah.
You know that boy was split open.
Wow.
Hey guys, welcome back to Reel It In, Fishing for Favorites edition. This is our second edition in this little series that we're doing where we talk to the people who are the nearest and dearest to us and we ask them what films are nearest and dearest to them. Last week we talked about Ella Enchanted. This time we are discussing a big cultural, iconic fan favorite with one of our closest friends.
Hey, I'm Brandon. I'm everything all at once. Old roommate, old coworker, longtime friend.
I'm not Will. I'm Tucker. That guy's Will.
I'm Will, back at it again. Not familiar with this movie at all, which is going to be a fun discussion.
Oh, that's
That's
insane.
unbelievable. So Tucker and I have been talking about movies for a long time together, and we know what the best films of all time are. But are those actually like the best films of all time? What is the Mount Rushmore of films of the people?
Yeah.
Brandon, would you consider yourself a cinephile? No, I don't think so. No, I wouldn't. I see like a good amount of movies.
You do see a good a lot.
Especially now, you've gotten me more into movies. I'll see new releases, but I don't know directors. I don't know actors that well.
But Brandon, is there one movie that you would consider yourself a cinephile for that you keep coming back to?
A cinephile? I don't know if I would say that, but I do come back to this movie, Clueless. I've seen it probably 25 plus times.
It's the movie you've seen the most, do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime I'm sad, put on the movie. Every birthday, put on the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it every year on my birthday. It was definitely in high school.
Okay.
For sure. I feel like it was around that era where Charlie XCX put out the music video, which is probably a lot of people's intro to the movie.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this. What is this?
Fancy, the music video, that's Clueless inspired through and through.
Really?
Yeah, you need
I
to
had no
you
idea.
gotta rewatch the music video because you're gonna see it now.
Did you see that and you're like, oh, I need to watch this movie now?
Yeah, I don't even remember. It was definitely like I watched it before my birthday, and it was one of those birthdays where people forget to like plan anything for you. And I was like, damn, this is sad. So I put on that movie and then just locked, instantly happy.
And then did you just keep coming back to it? Did you understand like how culturally relevant it was to so many
Not
people?
really. No, I just loved it. Yeah.
When did you discover it was like especially for gay people?
Probably well into college. Yeah. That was like intro. That was gay 101.
Tucker, you've obviously seen this film. You're wearing a shirt of it right now.
Yes, like any good gay couple, me and Brooke share clothes.
I would consider you a gay couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is Brooke's shirt. For the listeners at home, it's got Travis, Ty, Murray, Cher, Elton, Christian, Dion, Amber, and Josh, and half of them are holding cell phones. And
You just named every single character.
Fan.
Okay, I gotta be honest, guys. So yesterday I watched this before I went to work, and then Brooke walked in, and I like had it paused and just at a random scene, and she went, "You're watching Clueless?" And I was like, "Yes." And then after work that night, we were like looking for something to watch, and she was like, I was like, "Do you want to watch Clueless?" And she was like, "Yeah, I could watch Clueless." So I watched it twice yesterday.
Wow.
It's so good. I love this movie.
You can rewatch it as many times as you want. It never gets old.
Did Brooke introduce you to it?
No.
Oh, sorry.
This was like on TV. No, I am not that well trained. This was on TV one day when I was like a kid, like pre-high school, and I was like, chick flick, don't pay attention. And then pretty quickly I was like, yo, this is a vibe, you know? I caught it very quick. This was probably the first like chick flick that I really responded to and actually watched all the way through and was like, yeah, actually, that's cinema.
I'll just briefly say I watched it for the first time last night, and I know I was aware of the film. For the longest time, I thought it was made in the late 80s. I think because I associate the iconic yellow plaid costume not with Clueless, but with Heathers.
Yeah.
So what has kept you guys coming back to this movie over and over again?
The amount of slang in there that they kind of originated and popularized is really funny.
Yeah.
That as if that was popularized from Clueless, I'm pretty sure, which is crazy. The fashion is great. It's so easy to watch. The pacing is like immaculate.
I think it's like genuinely an incredible cast and an incredible cast of characters on top of that. Because I remember watching it for the first time, and when Travis, like the stoner, pops up, I was like, "Oh, this guy!" And he's only in a couple of scenes, but every scene he's in, he feels like the main character.
Yeah.
And then like Ty doesn't get introduced until like 25 in. And then for a while, Ty feels like the main character. Like whoever you're with, you're totally fine with just being with them for the what you assume is going to be the rest of the movie. I mean, Christian doesn't show up until like an hour into the movie. And for me, he feels like one of the most pivotal parts of it. And he's only probably in like 20 minutes of this movie.
That's true. That's what's great about it because it kind of is. There's a recap at the end of it where she goes through all of her friends and she's telling the audience like what's so great about each character. And it's like, yeah, we did do a chapter for each of those, which is kind of similar to the novel too.
So I think that kind of gets into a little bit of the making of this movie too, because it originated in a very interesting place. So we're gonna do our captain's log on Clueless. Okay,
I am the captain.
there you go. It's the thing. He said it this time, Tucker. Okay, so you said you don't know much about the making of movies or anything. Do you know
No.
anything about the making of this film?
No, I don't really. Not at all. It was on.
Was it made by a woman, Brandon? Do you know?
Yeah.
Was it written by a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah?
Was it produced by a woman?
See what happens when you let women do stuff? They do cool things, huh?
They make great films. Great films. Okay. So this is written and directed by Amy Heckerling, who had produced and directed a bunch of hits already by this point in her career. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, National Lampoon's European Vacation, and Look Who's Talking. I haven't seen any of those.
Okay. Ooh, and my beloved
what?
Johnny Dangerously,
Yes.
which is a
Johnny
spoof movie about like these criminals. It is so fucking stupid, but so fucking funny.
So she wanted to make a positive, sunny teen film inspired by Emma by Jane Austen, which is the basis of this movie. It was originally conceived as a TV pilot called No Worries about popular, well-meaning cool kids. So there have been a lot of like films and television about teenagers who were like nerdy or mean. And she was like, I want to create something about like that's positive, but still about like the cool kids. So she originally wrote it to invert the typical dumb blonde trope. She was meant to be clueless, but not stupid. Cher was. So, and I think that's very obvious in the film. Like,
Yeah.
she is not an idiot. She is smart.
She's a little out of touch.
She's out of touch. Yeah, exactly. Like your well-meaning grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say well-meaning though.
Stuff. Crazy.
Well-meaning, is that what you're gonna say, Tucker?
Yeah, yeah. The Haitians.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We got some fun trivia about that. But networks all passed on the pilot, and her agent said, I think that there's a really good idea here. You should rework this as a film and we can pitch it to different studios. So she worked with Fox to develop the film, and Fox had a lot of concerns about the film. They were really concerned about Cher and Josh's relationship. That seemed a little too incestuous, even though that's not the case whatsoever when you like take a step back and think about it. But like from a typical American perspective, we hear like ex-stepbrother. We're like, it says brother.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama. This is not. And Fox also wanted more male characters. He wanted it to be focused on like an ensemble piece rather than focusing on like the girls of the group. Heckerling refused to make any of these changes. She's like, this is the story that I want to tell. I'm not sure if the Josh and Cher relationship is similar to the relationship between Emma and her counterpart in the book Emma. Do you know, Tucker?
I don't, but when I learned that this was based on Emma, I was like, oh, that's why this is in there, because genuinely back then everybody was marrying their cousins. and getting into all that kind of shenanigans. Like, honestly, I'm sure in like the 1800s, getting with your ex stepbrother who's 10 years older than you would be like completely normal.
Right. That definitely felt like a remnant of the book for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Scott Rudin, who has become a notoriously awful person in Hollywood and Broadway, very bad person. We're not going to get into the allegations against him, but let's just say he's abusive and not good person. But he was really respected at the time. And when he entered the picture and took a look at the script, he decided to take this on as being a producer. And that immediately sparked a bidding war over the script. And Paramount ended up buying the film without any changes to the script. So this is 100% Heckerling's vision, which is really cool to see. And I think very rare for a female director and writer at the time to get full creative control. And I don't know if she got exactly final cut. From this definitely seems like she did.
It feels like it.
Now we're going to go into casting.
Great cast.
Oh, great cast. So final contenders for the casting of Cher included Gwyneth Paltrow,
Oh,
Reese Witherspoon,
Yeah, sure.
and Angelina Jolie.
oh.
No, right?
Gwyneth and Angelina would have fit in as like some of the friends.
Yes.
Agreed.
Amber, perhaps.
Amber.
And they
That's
seem a
Gwyneth.
little bit more of like mean spirit.
Yeah, like the cynical character in there.
Dare I say
Yeah, maybe
Mean
they wanted to-
Girls?
But ultimately, the role of Cher went to Alicia Silverstone, who was most known for being in Aerosmith music videos at the time. So she was seen on MTV by the director, and the director was like, "That's who I want as Cher, and that is Cher." Have you seen any of these music videos?
I've seen the picture of her in the music video. I don't listen to Aerosmith.
Well, it was definitely MTV. That was the audience that they were trying to capture. It was a big deal that Paramount bought this because Nickelodeon and MTV were the two that were owned by Paramount. And she was like, these are the people who need to see this movie. For Dion, Lauryn Hill was considered after the success of Sister Act 2.
Shit.
Which would have been interesting. Paul Rudd auditioned for every single part except for Josh because he did not want to play the like love interest, like geeky side character. And he even auditioned for Dion's boyfriend because he read it and was like, this is just a white kid who's really into hip hop.
Oh, okay. That would have been a twist.
But I mean, Heckerling even said like there's nothing in the script that explicitly says like
True.
that he is black or African American.
Yeah,
That was
the interview I saw, he was like, yeah, I auditioned for Murray. Then they told me Murray is a black guy. And I was like, I did not read that. I thought,
since when?
okay. Then he auditioned for Eldon and Christian, and they were like, can you please read for Josh? And he was like, which made sense because that's the part that they booked me for. Like they sent me in there to read for Josh. And he was just like, I'll read for everybody else.
That's crazy.
To prepare for the production, Heckerling and the producer sat in on real classes at Beverly Hills High School to make sure that they captured the tone and authenticity of high school at the time. It was filmed in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is a notoriously dry place, but they had an unexpectedly rainy winter during filming, and it nearly ruined the production. There were flash floods that required evacuation of the entire set. And the house that they rented to use for Cher's home it had its floors destroyed because of all the mud and debris that the crew was like tracking into the home. So they had to replace the floors after the filming was done.
God.
Of course, you've mentioned that this film is known for its iconic costumes. And the costuming was done by Mona May. And she's actually featured in the movie. She is Cher's masseuse.
Oh, look at cameo.
She has a little cameo. There are actually quite a few cameos in this movie. Heckerling actually plays the maid of honor for Miss Geist. And Miss Geist is actually a producer on the film and has worked alongside Heckerling many times. And iconically, her name is Twink.
You don't say.
The credits. That was who that was in the credits. The twink. The twink. Of course, the twink. Her approach was Catholic schoolgirl uniform meets high fashion, which, yes. And real designers contributed to several iconic wardrobe pieces, including an up-and-coming designer who actually designed the Calvin Klein underwear dress that she wears, but they just said it was Calvin Klein because they wanted to go with a more recognizable name brand.
That makes sense.
So this film was released on July 19th, 1995, and became an unexpected hit, and it dominated the cultural conversation for the next year. Immediately, you could notice the effect in the school year because students across the US adopted the film's fashion choices, and people were running to the malls to try to get the plaid suits and wear those kind of outfits. And the soundtrack actually went platinum the following year too.
Really? That's cool.
Crazy. In terms of its long-term legacy, it sparked a short-lived TV spinoff that ran for 2 seasons in 1996 and 1997, which continued the exact same story. It's kind of full circle because this was developed as a TV pilot and ultimately became a TV show. And you said it's very episodic in its nature, Tucker, and it probably fits really well.
Dare I say, picaresque.
Huh?
Open a book, guys.
Okay.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri, what does picaresque mean?
Picar means a rogue.
Why did she pop? She hit pop. A rogue. That's not what it means.
It's like Don Quixote. It's like it is like an episodic like thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that
Got it.
I'm wrong too, guys. Don't worry. Cut it all. Cut the episode. Scrap it.
Also helped kickstart the late 90s, early 2000s teen girl film wave, such as 10 Things I Hate About You, Bring It On, Mean Girls, She's the Man. Need I go on? There are
Can I
so
show
many
you?
iconic films. Oh, please.
The Blu-ray that I watched Clueless on last night is a triple feature. It's called the Girls Rule Collection. It's Mean Girls, Clueless, and She's the Man.
Name a bad movie.
There it is.
You can't.
I mean, yeah, like that's kind of the ideal.
Fun little trivia before we dive into the movie, which I'm very excited to talk about. You mentioned Haitian mispronunciation. Did you know that Alicia Silverstone genuinely did not know how to pronounce Haitians and instead said Haitians? And Heckerling loved it so much that she told everybody not to correct her and for her to keep going. Because that's exactly how Cher would pronounce it.
Oh my god. So she didn't know even when she was saying it?
No, that's exactly how she said it.
That's so funny.
Finally, Cher's dad, Mel, Dan Hedaya, said this has been his favorite movie that he's worked on, is one of his favorite filmmaking experiences. And dare I say, my favorite performance in the movie.
Yes.
He's so good in this movie.
Will, did you see the interview where it's with Dan Hedaya and he's like, it's 10 years after Clueless, and he's like, I'm not a father, not yet. I've been an uncle many times. And he, looking back on the movie, he was just like, I did see her as a daughter. I am protective over her. I did love her. I loved this experience. It was a great time. And I just think that's so sweet. And when I watched it the second time around, every scene that he's in is just so warm, even when he is being extremely stern. And it's like, damn, he's really enjoying being a dad. And like the way he is with Paul Rudd's character, where he's like, you divorce wives, not children. I was like, this guy
Gets
rocks.
He gets it. Heckerling gets it the way that she wrote him too. And I think that's a very important distinction that you made, Tucker, where you call him stern, but not mean. I think it's so easy for a character like this to come across as mean versus stern. And he is so warm. He is so loving in this movie. And that, my friends, is your captain's log. Brandon, what did you learn from this?
Everything, all of those facts, I think.
Did you have
Maybe
a favorite fact?
I love the Haitians one. That one is so good. Good directing.
Yeah, just to let them go off her impulses.
Yeah.
Tucker, shall we dive into this film?
I think it's time to dive into the plotting, talk about our favorite scenes, and, you know, maybe throw some fucking amazing quotes. This is like one of the best quote movies.
One of the most quotable movies.
Incredible. a joke every minute.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this film starts with a montage of how awesome Cher's life is. We get to see her in a bomb-ass convertible. It's not a convertible, it's like a white Jeep Wrangler that she always has the top down. This is where we also see everybody's dream closet, which I think is the thing, like, when I first watched the movie, when it literally 30 seconds in, and she's picking her wardrobe out on like a TV screen and the conveyor belts are going around. I was like leaning forward in my seat, like, this is interesting. I
It's
love it.
interesting that it's a touch screen too. I was very surprised by that.
They had those.
I expected her to pull out like a mouse and have it start dragging around.
Yeah.
She just went
Well, no.
like digital.
We are also pretty quickly introduced to Cher's dad, who is a very powerful and wealthy lawyer. And he tells her, hey, your old stepbrother is going to come into town. He's going to college. He's going to come, like, visit. And that's where the iconic "you divorce wives, not children" line comes in. And we realize that this is the greatest man who's ever lived.
This is also our introduction to Lucy, the maid.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
An icon in this movie.
Her first line is just,
She's so scared of them. It's so unexpected.
I love the part where Cher's like, I don't speak Mexican, Lucy. And she goes, I am not Mexican.
No, I think it's Paul Rudd's character who actually says she's from the Dominican Republic. El Salvador, thank you. She's from El Salvador. She's not from Mexico.
Oh my goodness.
Which, I mean, that just shows what kind of man he is on this movie, too.
yeah.
He cares.
Bleeding heart
He's
and
educated.
liberal.
Yeah.
He's a tree person.
Oh,
How
he is
would you
such a tree
describe-
person.
Well, yeah, because he's
He
an
is.
environmentalist.
Yeah.
Literally. How would you describe Cher's accent in this movie? Because it's genuinely confusing to me, personally.
It's melodic. It's melodic as well. She's a little sing-songy with it because she gets some high pitches every now and then.
It's not exactly
but
like
it's
the
not.
Californians, like the SNL sketch where they're like, I hopped on the I-20 and got onto the 405. It's not like
Yeah.
that bad.
No,
It's like
it's Valley.
If a Valley Girl had like a transatlantic accent.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Because her dad is New Yorkish, New Jersey, right? That's the
Yeah.
kind of vibes I was getting.
The dad's got a classic movie mobster accent. Cher reveals to us that she does not have a driver's license. She has a learner's permit, but throughout the movie, you just see Cher driving on the wrong side of the street or like swerving around, not looking around where she's supposed to. She goes and she picks up her best friend, Dion, who they became friends because they can both relate to people being jealous of them.
So funny. That's such a
So
good
true.
line.
So true.
And they're both named after famous singers who do infomercials now.
Kind of some strays caught by Cher and Celine Dion there.
Yeah.
So she is named after Celine Dion.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so, right?
Yes.
That's Celine Dion.
That's the implication.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. I thought there might have been a Dion that I had missed in my lore.
Well,
But
there's a
Celine Dion.
famous singer from the 60s named Dion, but he's a dude.
Well, yeah, that probably was not it. I was taken aback that she actually was named Cher after Cher.
Yeah.
I just thought that she also shared this name.
She shared the name.
Yes. She did share the name. So that surprised me. Also surprising, Dion's hat is this is the big black top hat-ish. How is that hat not flying off her head in
At least 15 hair clips.
It reminds me of the like, is it cake meme? Because I'm like, that's a cake. That's a cake.
his cake? Slice it. That's a great slice it for somebody's birthday. Sure, Clueless birthday.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good idea.
Maybe for someone who
I'm gonna
watches
do that.
Clueless on all of their birthdays.
If only we knew somebody like that.
Okay, so now we're at the high school. This is where we meet Dion's boyfriend, Murray, and his amazing introduction. Woman, why have you not been answering my pages? I love Murray so much.
Rudd saying that.
It doesn't work.
I could really, it's like a Seth Rogen movie if it's Paul Rudd, though.
It is.
And he's like,
That's a good point.
woman,
Not the arm cross.
I did see an interview with Murray's actor where he was like, I immediately got this. Like this is the like a spoiled rich kid who just watches TV all day and is like, yeah, this is how you act.
He's also said that he feels deeply insecure because he has a receding hairline and baby teeth, which is why he ultimately shaved his head and then wears braces.
Do we know, are the baby teeth real?
I don't know. Is that just him?
Because yeah, like I recognize that guy. I know I've seen him in a bunch of other things, and I don't know if I know if he has baby teeth. But yeah, this is kind of where Cher like establishes like I don't get dating high school boys. That's a choice every woman has to make. A dude like comes up to her and is like, "Hey," and she immediately, as if
First as if mentioned.
she punts that dude off screen. And now we're in Mr. Hall's debate class where Cher is having her famous speech in defense of the Haitians, but she can only relate it back to her own self. So she's like, you know, when it was my daddy's like 50th birthday and I had to set the table and we didn't have enough, then we just went back to the kitchen. If the US government can go back to the kitchen, find some more placemats. And it's like, girl, yes, correct politics.
She's not wrong.
She's not
And I
wrong.
ultimately think that in today's day and age, that's how you have to convince some people is by trying to make it specific to them.
Yeah.
Kind of topical.
It kind of makes me mad that they just dismiss her argument because I think it's valid.
I think it is too. It does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty.
It does not. Well, the only one who really dismisses it is Amber, and Amber sucks, as we've established.
Yes, she does suck.
She's the worst. I wish nothing but pain and suffering for Amber.
Jesus.
Death to all of them. Death to all of them.
This classroom scene is also where we get introduced to a lot of the other characters. Like we get Elton, who's like, oh, Mr. Hall, I left my Cranberry CD in the quad. I need to go get it before somebody steals it. And he's like, no. Then we get Travis, who's like, Mr. Hall, I have something. The way that I feel about Nine Inch Nails is the way I feel about the Rolling Stones is the same way that my kids are going to feel about Nine Inch Nails. So I should actually be a lot more patient and tolerant with my parents. And he's like, good.
So
We're nothing to do with the class, but
what we take away from that is we should be a lot more patient and tolerant of Tron Aries.
Hey, I have something to do today. This is also where Mr. Hall hands out the report cards. Cher has a C+, which is will not stand. We also established this.
Decided it's him.
Yeah. Travis tries to hop out the window.
But like, I think it's on the first floor.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd hope it would be.
Hello.
Also, Ember just says, I'm not going to debate her. And Mr. Hall is like, okay,
Carry on.
carry on.
Like,
This is my thing.
That.
Mr. Hall is not as bad of a teacher as Cher thinks. Like, he's so accepting. Like,
But is that a good teacher? Or
oh, that's
is that just a tolerant teacher? Tolerant. The fact that he says to Amber, yeah, you don't have to debate her. It's okay, even though this is a debate class.
Yeah.
Huh?
Does she get an F? I hope she gets.
I hope she gets an F, but he might just have been like, you know, RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. Who can fight with that?
It's undeniable.
I'll just give you a beat.
I mean, objectively, the Statue of Liberty, where is the RS? She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
And that's research. So Amber was wrong. It's not unresearched.
Quickly after Cher gets the bad report card, we establish that her mom is dead. She
For a routine liposuction.
Yeah. Could happen to anyone. She's an absolute Betty.
I love that it's not even a photo. It's just some random portrait. Like, I don't think that's
It's a
her.
painting.
It's a painting.
Oh, is it not of her?
I think it is of her, but like, why is it just a painting? Why not an actual picture?
Well, there's like a little moment where Cher's like, I don't trust the mirror. I take Polaroids of all my outfits. So I'm like, I wonder if her mom was like a gaudy version of that, where she's like, I don't trust photographs. I need oil paintings.
Wild. Oh, I do want to see what Cher's mom was like. Because why is Cher the way she is? You know, we don't really get into that.
She's got mommy issues.
She must.
I mean, if we really want to get into it, her dad does not look like her dad. He's got black hair.
No.
He's Italian. So maybe something was going on there.
Or maybe he just has all the recessive genes and she's just dominating.
Yeah, like Cher's mom's
Woman.
DNA is so strong that it's like blonde, blue-eyed.
Yes. Which are all notoriously recessive genes. But that's just a theory. But we're not scientists.
This is also where the movie introduces us to Paul Rudd's character Josh, who is raiding their refrigerator and referring to Cher's dad as dad. I went by dad's office today and she's like, he's not your dad anymore, which, again, that's not the part I find weird about their relationship.
He shouldn't call him dad, though. That makes
No,
it
he
kinda
shouldn't.
weird.
He shouldn't. But we also see that Cher's dad has a huge soft spot for Josh, like loves him to death, and wishes that Cher could be a little bit more like him, which is cute.
This is also the dinner scene where all their cell phones start ringing.
Yeah, they all check.
They all check, which is such a
Typical.
it happens today. Like somebody's phone starts vibrating. Everybody's gonna like grab their phone and like check and see who it is.
Cher tells her dad that the report card isn't ready. She needs to do some finagling. Josh is like, how do you think that you're going to convince your teachers to change your grade? Only because I've done it every other time.
She's smart. She is. She's got street smarts.
Straight smarts.
Street smarts.
She is on a shopping spree with Dion where she has the great idea. We are going to pull a love plot. We are going to make Mr. Hall and Miss Geist fall in love, and then all of our grades are going to get better. Which, like, yeah, where's the holes in that logic? Brilliant plan.
This is also the scene at breakfast, right? Where they're sitting at that table and there's such an obvious Diet Coke placement throughout this movie. Anytime somebody has a Diet Coke, the label is facing. It's literally turned perfectly. Cut. Also, oranges and orange juice. This film was sponsored by Big Orange because there's orange juice everywhere.
Do they show the label?
They showed all the
Pelicana?
They show the label for the orange juice.
I think that's just living in California. Is there are two staples in every Californian's diet, which is Diet Coke and oranges.
But like, aren't oranges are like Florida's thing.
Yeah, that's Florida.
That's Florida.
Hey guys, listen, I'm not that well traveled.
But it happens later on in the movie where Cher tells her father, like, you have to drink your orange juice, daddy. It has vitamin C for you. And I was like,
He doesn't drink it though. So
he doesn't drink it.
but she still says it's
There's a lot of vitamin.
they've got Diet Coke orange juice and Mentos.
And there's
They
a
do-
whole ass killer. They show the
actual
Mentos.
Anyway, just want to call out the pot.
Dare I say it, this movie sponsored by MTV might have some corporate tie-ins.
It's not as bad as the Sonic movie.
The Sonic movie?
The Sonic movie is crazy on product placement.
Right. Don't they blow up like a Burger King or something in that?
Something like Sonic.
Not a Sonic.
He like gets a gift card and he's like, thanks for the eBay gift card or whatever. Something like that. That's crazy.
Is that your double feature choice? Is Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and we'll get Pearl. What do you think? I have two classics.
Daddy!
Classic. Two in my favorite 4 letterbox picks. Right? No, Pearl is.
Okay.
not Sonic.
Okay, we also get a very small scene of Mr. Hall reading out the tardies. Travis has the most tardies, gives a really funny acceptance speech. This wouldn't have been made possible without the workers at McDonald's making those tiny little Egg McMuffins every day.
Product placement again?
Oh my God. This is also where Cher is putting the seeds in Mr. Hall's mind that Miss Geist thinks you're the most intelligent man in this school. This plot hops around. All right, Cher gets grounded for having a speeding ticket. So she tries to get Josh to...
Because it was her third warning. It was her third ticket or
Yeah.
warning.
Second warning? I didn't even get the first warning. The ticket is the first warning.
God, it's so good.
She convinces Josh to be her... She's not allowed to drive in the car unless there's somebody with a license in there, which of course is the law. And so she picks Josh. This is where one of my favorite lines in the movie comes, where she goes, "Once I get my license, I fully intend to break for animals."
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorites as well.
It's just, what the fuck?
She's caring like that.
She is. She thinks about these things.
Just animals. Kind to the animals.
Yes. Once she gets her license. Cher gives Mr. Hall a like gourmet coffee in a thermos. She gives Miss Geist a makeover. They're sitting on the bench. They're falling in love. Cher is like, isn't this like a photo shoot moment? And then they notice all their grades start to improve. Everybody is grateful to Cher. She goes from a C plus to an A minus. Her dad couldn't be more proud, even if she earned the grade originally. Which I love her dad. I love him that he's just like, I accept this.
Absolutely. He gets it. I love too the scene where she's just like standing on a lunchroom table and people start clapping at her.
Yeah. And she's just like,
what can I say? Why are they clapping? Because the grades are better.
because every single person in this entire school has Mr. Hall and Miss Geist as teachers, apparently.
And that's where GPA inflation started.
We are now brought into the PE class with the one teacher that Cher can't really persuade, which I think is funny that it's like the one openly lesbian character in the movie. Is the one character that's like, Cher, shut up.
And also, earlier in the movie, she's also the one who Cher's talking about all her boy troubles to. And she's like, boys are the worst. And like, oh, because you're a lesbian. Yeah.
And she's like most gym teachers, she's of the same sex persuasion.
That's like great. I love how they describe gay people in this movie.
It's both extremely dated, not dated, problematic, not problematic. It's really the perfect ideal.
Delicious. It's revolutionary.
This is where we are finally introduced to the scene stealer, everybody's favorite, Ty, played by Brittany Murphy. And she pretty quickly is like, "Do you guys have any herbal refreshments here?" And they're like, "We don't have any tea, but we have some Coke at the cafeteria." "You guys have Coke here?"
And Coke.
Oh, no
Shit.
Italians taking a bad rap in this movie, I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Her first line is, "Do you guys have Coke?" We are also introduced to the real plot of the movie, which is Travis the stoner and Ty falling in love. They bond over their love of Marvin the Martian in the cafeteria. Ty tells Cher, "I met a really cute boy." And she's like, "Who?" Sees it's Travis. And she's like, "No, the stoners go hang out on that grassy knoll over there. We don't associate with them. We laugh at their jokes. We think they're fun. We do not respect them." Classist, if you will.
Classist. And is it classist or is it respecting the order, the natural order of, that didn't mean to be like. No, what I mean is like, she's not being mean per se. Like, she's not being outwardly like in Mean Girls, like they're putting down the other groups of people.
Yeah.
She's just saying like, we just don't talk to them. We don't have much in common. We laugh at their jokes.
Yeah,
Norm.
yeah. In her head, it's like, listen, things would be off balance if we just disrupt this. We need to stay in our social cliques. The hierarchy needs to remain in place, so they are a necessary part of it. They just can't intersect with us.
And the character that the stoner is based off of in the book is like lower class, so that kind of is the point too.
Mm-hmm.
And Emma's like, you can't date him. He's not at your caliber.
No. I think I did see that Amy Heckerling was like, "So what would be the modern equivalent of that in a high school?" And she's like, "Well, I don't want to make it like literally, well, he's a poor kid, so you got to make it, well, he's a stoner. We just don't take them seriously."
Right. And that's also what she applied to Ty's character as well, because I believe Ty's equivalent in Emma also comes from like not lower class, but like lower means. She's a fixer-upper. She's a fixer-upper. She needs some help. What's the equivalent of that in a school is
Italian.
The new kid. Italian. Yeah, Italian.
She's from the Bronx.
She's from the Bronx. She's a druggie from the Bronx. Also, she gives up drugs way too easily.
Don't do it. It's not pretty. And Ty's like, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's where Cher is like, it's one thing to smoke at a party, but being permanently fried? And it's like, okay, Cher, listen, Travis is goofy, but he's also a sweetheart. Like, he's the nicest character in this entire fucking movie. Wanted to cry at some of his scenes. He's just so when he's talking to Ty about Marvin the Martian, he's like, "What? You drew that? Really? You didn't trace that? That's amazing."
Yeah.
He's just so I love him. Unsurprisingly, I love Travis. This is one of my other favorite lines in the movie where Ty, Cher, and Dion decide we're gonna give Ty a makeover, and Ty's like, "This is so exciting. I've never had straight friends before."
The look after she goes, which are we to assume that she was just a bunch of friends with a bunch of lesbians, or was there gay men? And if it was gay men, why did they not give
No,
her
like
makeup?
straight as in not doing drugs.
Oh, see, I took it as like homosexual friends.
No.
Oh, see, yeah, I thought that she was like, I'm from New York, like I'm friends with a bunch of queens. I've never had friends that are like you guys. And and that's on me.
I hang out with the grungy lesbians.
Right.
The
Yeah.
grungy lesbians who also smoke pot.
That's what I thought the first time. I was like, wait, is she lesbian?
And yeah, because I thought she was going to be a lesbian. Because I've heard so much about like how revolutionary this movie was for queer representation. I was like, oh, so she must be queer coded. I think she is queer coded. Definitely is.
With her baggy jeans and shapeless flannel
She's not like other girls.
It's just so in style right
and
now.
her hair dye.
That was crazy that they just washed that hair dye out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean you wake up and you spray paint your hair?
Okay, well,
Also, when they watch
actually-
that, I'm like,
Is it Frank?
as someone who works with like high schoolers, I do think it is like a thing where it's like, oh yeah, no, I have dyed hair, but it's not, you did it yourself, so like you can just wash it out. It's like, oh, you didn't do it all the way correctly.
Yeah, because there's like permanent dye where you bleach it and shit, where there's just
Yeah.
like temporary stuff.
Interesting. I think.
My wife dyes her hair a different color like every 3 months. She does it a little bit. She does like the far more permanent, but at the same time, still our shower floor definitely has some colors on it. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, Cher is trying to get Ty to work out, and she's also saying, like we're going to work out our bodies, but also our minds. What book are you reading? Girls are from Jupiter, boys are from Venus. And this is the note I wrote down. Josh likes a 15-year-old who can read. Because Cher is describing books, and she's like, we need to work on your vocabulary. Sporadic. It means every once in a while. And you just see Paul Rudd like, wow, this 15-year-old knows the word sporadic? Which is fucking insane.
Yes, because she also doesn't know a lot of words.
No.
Herself.
Yeah. She just flipped the dictionary and was like, let's do this one today.
Sporadic. Cher decides that Ty needs a boyfriend, and if she's going to date in high school, there's only one socially acceptable group of guys to date. It's like the richest and the most popular. So she decides Elton had a horrible breakup recently, so I'm gonna set you up with Elton, or as Ty refers to Elton. I love Elton. I didn't either, but Brooke was like, my favorite thing is the way that Ty says LN. And I was like, what? And then we watched it, and every time she goes, LN. This was our song.
Letters L.
LN.
The letters L and N.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her accent is just so
accent is
strong.
It is crazy.
This is where the super iconic friend photo shoot goes. And she's trying to get Ty to like really lean into Elton. And Elton's a sociopath. I want to call that out right now. Elton is the scariest character.
Yeah, but he's so hot. He can do whatever. Yeah, I can.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Run me over.
Okay, so he is hot, but he also looks like he belongs in Horton Hears a Who.
That's the hot.
That's the yeah, exactly.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
No,
He's so
You're lying.
scary when she's taking the pictures of Ty with the rose, and he's like, why don't you print me out a copy of that? And then he's
That
like,
is wild.
I'm into those photos because you took them, Cher. What?
That's a plot point in the book. I think that's why they put it in there.
Okay. I was like, you're so scary.
The first time you hear his voice, you're like,
You're a
That's
full
the
grown
way.
man.
you're a full grown man in high school.
He's like 6'5" too. Like he's so tall. Is he hot or is he just really tall with messy hair? Be honest.
No, he's hot. You
Okay.
see that jawline? Like, the
No,
cheekbones?
guys, I
It's a
get it.
deadly
I get it.
combo. I don't think that he's that attractive today, though. Like, that's the
Really?
thing. Here we go. We're quick side note. Well, like the actor. Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like in today's standards.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I mean, look at him.
What's
Insert picture here. He's I don't think he's attractive now, but he is. Listener, you'd be the judge. Is this man attractive? Pull. At this point, I wrote down, she's like Amelie, but she's degrading.
Which one?
Was like Amelie? Cher. Oh, Cher's like Amelie, but she's kind of mean about it. This is also where I think we get my favorite line. So we go back to their house, right? And I don't know what exactly was happening at the house, but they have dinner.
Yes.
And Ty is sitting in her dad's chair. And the dad comes in and he goes, Ty, get out of my chair.
No. She goes, Dad, this is my friend Ty. He goes, get out of my chair. It just immediately goes straight into the business.
Again, he's not mean about it. He's just very direct. He knows where he wants to sit. Also, like, that's such an old person thing. Like, that's my chair. It's like, that's my seat. That's my cookie. That's my juice.
No, I'm pretty sure that is exact thing has happened to me multiple times, going over to friends' houses and sitting in at their dinner table and not knowing where to sit. I think this happened with Brooke's mom. Like, I think I've sat in her place and she's been like, Tucker, you're in my seat. And I'm like, yep, you're right. You are correct.
Carry on. The older you get, the more autistic about things you get. Like, this is my chair. It's my chair because it's comfortable and I know how it feels and I know what's around me.
Yeah. I don't want a different view at my dinner table. Fuck off. While they're sitting at the dinner table, Travis was handing out flyers to go to a house party earlier. Cher was like, we're not doing that. Dion calls Cher at dinner and it's like, hey, your boy Elton has the picture of Ty hung up in his locker. We're all going to Travis's house party tonight. And she's like, well, I guess we got to make an appearance at the house party now.
Even though she was like, fuck that party. We're not going. Yeah, exactly.
And I think
too.
I guess the implication, I don't know California geographically, but I guess the implication is the house party is like far away. It's not in the valley.
But her dad says everywhere in LA takes 20 minutes, which is absolutely incorrect. Everywhere in LA takes 45 minutes.
Yeah.
At least. It's that inflation. That inflation. More cars on the road, more cars.
And so at the party, pretty quickly, Travis is like, oh my God, you guys came. He's trying to talk to Cher and Ty. Cher's trying to get him the hell away from them. He accidentally spills a drink on Cher's suede shoes. And he feels really bad about it. And that's another reason why I'm like, Travis is the cutest character because he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway.
He's very sweet.
He's so sweet. This is where we get the suck and blow game where Elton just tries to make out with Cher. How are they not picking up on the vibe? Throughout the entire movie, you see Elton trying to lean into Cher, kissing her on the cheek.
The whole thing. The opening shot, he's like, yeah, literally all over her. She's clueless.
Whoa.
Hey.
And
this was my first time watching it.
Dang, and you're picking so much up on it. That's crazy.
I feel like she might be, you know, look, she might be gay.
Yeah.
Whose house is this at?
I think it's Travis's.
Are his parents gonna be okay with all that smoking going on in that house? Oh, they know. They trash this house.
Also,
Is it his? Do they say?
I don't know. He's the one who's handing out the flyers for the party.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his dealer's house because it's out of the school district.
True.
Also, what's really funny is this is like they have a line where they're like, this is a really good school. And like the implication is like this is the rich kid school. This is, so I'm like, I think it's really funny that Travis goes here. So Travis comes from money. He's probably the heir of Fortune 500 who, is like, "Oh, I don't care about that. My hobby is skateboarding, and smoking pot."
People. He's on the ASL. Come on.
Yeah, so the American Skateboarding League. Oh, this is also my favorite scene where Murray is shaving his head because I'm keeping it real. Because I'm keeping it real. Because I'm keeping it real. And Dion's like, I'm calling your mom. Oh, because the hairline.
Because the hairline. I think that's why.
It's so fun. He's like, my boy looks so good with a shaved head, and his friend's like, as will you. Which, this is such a wholesome movie.
Everybody's very supportive of each other.
Everyone is.
People aren't really that judgmental until you get to Amber.
Fucking
That bitch.
Fucking
Shows up in Cher's dress at that party, by the way.
Yes. And then denies it, has the goal to be like, no, it's a different brand. Bitch, we know you knew what you did.
We know. Lies. What does Cher say? She's like, do you prefer fashionably challenged? Or what did she say? Ensembly challenged?
That's it. Yes. That is so funny. I literally wrote, Amber sucks. Ty hits her head because Elton and his homies are dancing. Somebody kicks a shoe off, hits Ty in the head. Cher is immediately like, oh my God, Elton, help. You have to ask her questions. If she's got a concussion, you have to ask her questions. And he's like, okay, what's 7 times 7? She's like, something she would know, Elton.
So good.
Oh my God. Alicia Silverstone in this movie, like, has me convinced that she is, like, the greatest actor of all time. Like, she is so fucking good in this movie.
The way she says stuff just scratches my brain really well. When she's like, we're expected to swoon? I don't think so.
Or like her dad asks, like, what'd you do in school today? And she really thinks about it. And she's like, I tried on my new pair of clogs. But she had to genuinely think about what did I do today?
She's earnest.
She is earnest and she yearns. She thinks that she's doing a really great job at setting Elton and Ty up. But as they're leaving the party, Elton's like, yeah, Ty, you go with that friend. Cher, you come with me. And she's like, no, I think it'd be a lot better if I went with her. And Ty goes with you. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. I'm going your way. She's going her way. You come with me. He's like grabbing Cher by the hips. And he's like, you're coming with me. He's like taking Ty by the shoulders. You're going with her. We do not.
Such a classic example of something in a high school party that happens afterwards with your crush. You're like, no, you're getting in that car. You're not coming with me.
Yeah,
that's how you know.
And this is, oh my God, this is so funny. Cher's in the car with Elton and he's just singing. He found that Cranberry CD because he's singing to the Cranberries horribly, but you could tell he's like, I'm working it right.
He's killing that shit. You know what? That confidence is ugly. Oh. Wait. What? But if a man is confident about something and he's confident enough to do it in front of you, if you're confident and wrong, that's kind of weird and gross. No, but it's different to be objectively wrong than talentless. Like there's something endearing about it. Just can't sing, right? I think it's bad if you want to serenade anybody. Don't ever serenade.
Would you call that serenading though? He's trying. It's an attempt. Look, as a guy who can't sing, I do not find it cute.
No, I didn't. That one kind of made me.
He's like fade away, fade away, fade away, and you're like, oh, Elton.
I think I'd probably be like, well, he's trying, and that's kind of hot. No,
that's the part where
somebody needs to tell him no.
He's like, Cher, you're like one of my best friends, and I'm not friends with girls.
Gay. That's what. And then I was like, okay, is this man about to come out?
You knew a gay character was in this movie. You were trying to identify him.
Guessing. He didn't know which one the gay character was. Which is also funny because it doesn't come in until like hour into the movie.
Is there a gay friend in Emma?
Not outwardly gay, but there is one that is flamboyant and charming.
Okay. Is he into 50s jive?
Well, the 50s didn't happen yet.
Right.
But he gives the energy of somebody who would listen to Billie Holiday.
Do you like Billie Holiday? Yeah, I love him. Right.
That kills me. Right.
Right.
The car he drives into, just crazy.
My God. Another amazing line when Elton comes on to Cher, she says, "I'm having a Twin Peaks experience."
Yeah.
I love a Twin Peaks mention.
Which, yeah, that just made my heart happy. And then probably, in my opinion, like one of the most pivotal motions of the movie, she gets out of Elton's car. He's like, "Come on, what are you gonna do? Walk home? Just get back in the car." And she's like, "No." And he goes, "Fine," and just drives away. And she's like,
Crazy.
"Okay." She calls.
So easily.
Oh my God, yes, he sucks. I hate him.
She goes, "Leave me alone. Where are you going?" You know what? It's hot. It's kind of hot.
Why?
Because he believes women.
Oh yeah. He's like, "You know what, ally, I will leave you alone."
Sees guy with gun nearby.
Cher gets robbed at gunpoint.
Probably one of the most, I think this section of the film has been redone in trope and as like a comedy trope in so many comedies since then. High school comedies, I'm thinking like Booksmart or Bad, a Super Bad, where now these high school girls or teens are just put into these ridiculously precarious situations that are so preposterous that it just takes you out of the movie and you're like, well, this doesn't match anything. The vibes of what I knew beforehand. Do we laugh?
We're getting real now.
Absolutely, we do. Yeah, we're getting real crazy. You know you're supposed to laugh when she goes, "This isn't a liar."
And a whata?
Which it actually was.
It was.
A guy sticks a gun to her temple, robs her blind, tells her to get down on the floor. She's really reluctant. And he's like, "Count to 100," and just runs off. The only number she knows is Josh, who, is like, "Dang, that 15-year-old is kind of hot," and goes and picks her up. We establish that Cher does have a level of intelligence because Josh's pretentious college girlfriend, this is where it gets into the propaganda part. They're like, "Look at these college girls. They're so snobby and they don't actually know that much because she's misquoting Hamlet." And this 15-year-old actually understands, "I don't know Hamlet, but I know Mel Gibson, and he never said that." That was the other character. And Josh is like, "Dang, this 15-year-old knows Shakespeare? That's pretty cool."
Shakespeare and sporadic.
Wow. Hard.
And I realized Josh's college girlfriend, she's annoyed, but she's not intimidated because in her head, she's like, well, he's not going to go fuck a 15-year-old.
Little did she know.
Okay. So Cher has to break the news to Ty that Elton doesn't like her. Ty is heartbroken. They go on a shopping spree to get over it. We are now finally introduced to Christian, who I noticed is set up in the first classroom scene of the movie. They're doing roll call and he calls out Christian's name. And then Cher goes, so the scoop is that Christian is split custody with his parents. He will spend 1 semester in Chicago, 1 semester here. So by the time we meet Christian, it's past the holiday party. It is the next semester. He's finally here. And he is here. He is the moment. He's
here. He's queer. The moment that man walked into the classroom, I went, well, here he is. I've waited long enough.
What does he say? He goes, "Where do I park it?"
Yeah. Before he speaks, you're like, probably, but I don't know. And then immediately you're like, oh,
yeah,
there he is. Yes, he could be classic James Dean, the voice did not match the appearance.
No.
Where should I park?
I think the dad has a line where he's like, "Did you think Sammy Davis Jr. dying left an opening in the Rat Pack?"
The Rat
Yeah. So Cher immediately falls in love with Christian. She recognizes, this guy is different. Something about this guy is different than all the other high schoolers. And I think it's his fashion. She pretty quickly falls for him. She is not picking up on any signals that this guy is not into her. And what I think is really charming about it is he never comes out in the movie because in his head, he's like, well, everybody knows. I'm not doing anything differently. I feel like it's pretty obvious. The only people that don't realize he's gay are Cher, Dion, and Ty. But she has this great line where she's like, "We had a movie night. He's really into Tony Curtis. He must be some sort of important actor. Anyway, we were watching Sporadicus," which there it is.
He put it right in front of your face.
She tries playing footsies with him, and he's like, and she's like, well, my feet are just cold. And he goes and he fucking like throws a pillow down on her feet. And he's like, there. And she's like,
Better queen?
do you want some wine? And he's like, no. Do you ever notice when people drink wine, they try to get all sexy? And then all of a sudden it clicks for him. And he's like, I gotta go, actually. And she's like, what about some coffee? And he goes, I got the ulcer. But you had espresso earlier. That was mostly foam.
Bye. But why does he kind of lead her on with the, like, give me a little kiss?
He does. Oh, well, here's the thing. I think that genuinely everything that he does, he's trying to be a 50s like crooner. Like he's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
this is so he like leans in and he's like, hey, Duchess. I skipped over the part where I was like, maybe you could show me around town, He just thinks he's being cool.
You dig?
You did. He goes over to her house to pick her up for a party. And he like walks in with his little fedora. He's like, and Josh is like, she's not ready yet. And this is where I just, she comes down in this dress, this like very revealing, like white dress. It's like so pretty. And Josh is sitting there like,
sweating.
he's flustered. He's frustrated. He's like, he cannot think straight. And he's like, I don't trust the guy. I don't trust that guy, Christian. I don't like him. And the dad's like, what's to like? He goes, I think I should go to the party. I think I should go to the party and just make sure she's okay. And the dad's like, you gotta go, man. Go check on her. Do your thing. And the dad's got this cute little smile, like, he does
The
care.
smile is really cute.
At the party, she's like, God, Josh finds the only adult to talk to. Just like he like is afraid of having fun. Also, it's so obvious that Christian is gay because he's like, they're charging $5 for a brewski.
And he also has like this line where it's like that hagalicious hag or something like
She's like, what do you think of Amber? And he goes, Hagsville.
Hagsville. That's what it is. It's the gesture too.
She's like, he's so sweet. He doesn't talk to any girls. And it looks over at the bar and he's just like, he is working with that bartender.
He's really trying the hardest.
He leaves with 2 of the band members.
Yeah.
That boy was split open.
Wow. Spitfire. I mean, do we think that he was going home with the band members, or do we think that he, in his crooner itself, was like, I need to hang out with these musical fellows, eh? Well, I think they go to another party. They go to an after party. That's
the way I was interpreting it is this guy is going to be partying until 6 a.m. and it's going to result in a crazy menage a trois.
Boys Town. Yeah. Oh, he lives in Chicago half the year. He probably does go to Boys Town. Yeah.
This guy is doing poppers and loosening some things up.
Wow, Tucker. Yeah. No, it's true.
I would know nothing about this.
You did. Right, of course. He's on prep. Of course. There's a mime in this band, I think. The band is really good. They're actually like a legit band.
Yeah, it's like an awesome ska band.
Yeah. But there is this guy just going around going like in the background. That's his shtick. I mean, he just did that.
More bands need a mime.
Real quick, his overalls are so big, comfy couch. Yes. Scene. Very big, comfy couch.
Yeah. Yeah, she is not dressed for a club. There's a shot where it's
This scene was
Ty
supposed to
standing
be
next to the
outside.
super tall guys, and she's like,
Yes, that's right.
poor
Fixing
baby
your
Ty.
outfit every 5 seconds. This scene was originally supposed to be filmed outside, but it was monsooning that day.
Oh my
So they
God.
had to move it inside. So that probably changed the atmosphere and the vibes of the scene too.
Yeah. Oh, the Hagsville line. It's also where Cher is like, Ty is like talking about Amber, and she's like, she's dancing with Elton. Do you think she's pretty? And Cher's like, she's a total Monet. You know, beautiful
the
from
best
afar, but you come up close and it's just a bunch of dots. Which, like, whenever I think of Monet, I cannot not think about this movie.
Right?
I go to a museum and they have a Monet, and I'm like, beautiful, but
It's a total Monet.
it's a total Monet. This is the only thing I think about. Yeah, so anyway, Christian leaves to go get his entire life and body changed by those 2 ska members. What else happens? What else happens?
Rock my word.
I think that's I think that's when the Tony Curtis is
practicing for. So then we get an action set piece.
the freeway scene.
The freeway scene.
Oh my God. Yeah, Murray is trying to help Dion learn how to drive. They accidentally pull onto the freeway. Oh, this is where Cher is explaining. She's like, I can't believe it. I almost like gave my virginity away to this guy. And Murray's like, which guy? And she goes, Christian. And he goes, that dude's gay. Everybody knows that dude's gay. Are you kidding?
He has so many ways to call somebody gay just at the ready.
Yeah.
It was wild. Friend of Dorothy. Cake Boy.
Cake Boy was crazy.
Express fruit action. Oscar Wilde. And Oscar Wilde reading. That one's crazy.
See, that's how you know that like Murray is like, this is like a good school. Is like Murray is trying to like his like slur for gay people is like he reads Oscar Wilde.
Yeah, he didn't just come out and say, that faggot. Yeah.
Yeah. Elton would have said that.
Yeah. And you know what? Hot.
I want to make a super cut of every time I've been like, Elton is weird. And then you guys go,
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
that's weird. That's you said hot, right?
Until
Yeah.
the wallpaper's peeling. Windows fog. The ice was melted.
Okay, we have the freeway scene. It goes crazy. All the there's like a semi truck that's just honking over at them. They finally get off. Cher kind of has this thing where she's like, Dion and Murray are actually really sweet when, like, you know, in between fighting. She's dealing with Christian being gay, but she's like, I love shopping with him. He's my new favorite shopping friend. She's going shopping with Christian. Yes, she takes her driving test and she's like, can't there be another person I talk to? There has to be another person in charge. And he's like, honey, as far as you're concerned, I'm the messiah of the DMV. Get out of the car.
Yeah.
At the mall, Ty is flirting with like 2 random guys and she's sitting on the edge of a railing. And pretty quickly, to be funny, which I'm waiting for you guys to say is hot, they try to push Ty over the edge. It's not Elton. Okay.
So, and I just think, well, one, that was pretty stupid of Ty to do. Like, Ty, get off that.
Yeah.
If I fall, well, you can't me.
Yeah.
Like, let's push her over.
And then Christian does the hottest thing where he just like fucking drops his shopping bags and just sprints over there, gently puts her down on the floor, and then shoves the dude. And he's like, what are you thinking? You're trying to be funny? What if somebody got killed? See? But now at school, all anybody can talk about is Ty's brush with death, which is really funny because Cher literally was held at gunpoint, gun to her head, and nobody gives a fuck.
She tries to mention it, and they're all like, whatever. They trauma dump. They're trying to trauma one up each other.
Yeah. And Ty's like, when you're about to die, you see your entire life flashing before your eyes. Which, love it, love it. Ty is over Elton. She's in to Josh. Which, Josh, stop hanging around all these minors. He's like hanging out with Ty at their house, and Cher like comes in from the driving test. And it's like, oh my God, Ty and Josh were just hanging out, playing hacky sack? That's weird.
Ty is kind of the Katie Heron of this film.
Is that the Lindsay Lohan character?
This is Lindsay Lohan.
Okay.
Where, you know, gets taken in by these popular girls and then kind of does the swing where she's like, oh, now I've created a monster. We're kind of seeing that archetype be built here that will be replicated in other films in the future.
Yeah.
Where it was like the perils of popularity.
Dare I say it, Jane Austen may have created that.
Oh yeah,
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too. Yeah.
But yeah, this is where Ty is like, I like Josh. And Cher is like, oh, no. And she's like, well, you're just a virgin who can't drive. And Cher's like on the verge of tears. And she's like, too far. She's crashing the fuck out. She's never been so low.
All by myself, needle drop,
Oh.
which is impeccable.
perfect.
And yeah, then the rest of the movie plays out. There's only like 10 minutes left.
No, but there's a lot that happens.
It goes quick.
It goes
Yeah.
very fast. It goes very fast. They're back in class. The only thing that I wrote down about them being back in class is there's a lot of politics in this movie.
And
A lot
yeah,
more politics than I expected.
a lot of climate stuff.
Elton, a lot of climate stuff. Elton's flossing in this class.
So gross.
Flossing his teeth, and he just drops the floss.
Are you sure it's not hot?
Well, I mean, the way he just like,
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to be that floss?
wouldn't I like to be the table the floss get drops on?
Dropped on, right?
Yeah. His dirty little receptacle.
After I have been his dirty little receptacle.
I want to be the floss and the trash can.
Right.
Well, can I be the floss? You be the trash
Right.
can? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We can split time.
And then Josh and Cher are back at home helping with the lawsuit that her father is
Yeah.
working on. And apparently they messed something up pretty bad. One of her father's employees comes over and is like, you guys ruined everything. It's your fault that he's not going to win this.
This dumb blonde. Hey, man, she's not dumb.
But also, the problem is, don't have kids, don't have high schoolers, teenagers working on your shit. If this is supposed to be such a big lawsuit, my guy, don't have her go through highlighting all the September 3rds
Yeah.
when she's supposed to be highlighting the August 18th or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
This fucking guy.
I don't know what happens there. She was in the right. Also, how does he just say, I'm going to take a sick day? Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
and that is when they go.
Is that when they have the crazy open mouth kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was noticing this time. Is I was like, damn, they're making out.
They're making out. They're making out. We skipped over a few things, but it doesn't matter because they're not that important to the plot. AKA, well, she reconciles with Ty, and Ty starts dating Travis.
Yeah.
Biggest thing here. And then they go to the wedding of Mr. Hall and Miss Geist that she and Josh are attending as a couple.
Why were they invited?
Why are they in the wedding?
Yeah.
They're in the wedding.
And the wedding, crazy.
Yeah.
They must have no friends.
And then like all these high school girls are rushing to catch the bouquet, and like Paul Rudd's like, yeah, we've got a bet going to see which one. Dude, you're talking to a bunch of 16-year-olds, man. Like, get a life.
But that 16-year-old is his.
But you know, there is a time jump, so maybe she's 17 by this point.
No, she says 16 there.
She does.
She says, wait, because it cuts to the wedding after their kiss, and she goes, oh, as if I'm only 16.
Oh yeah. My goodness. My goodness.
She's aware?
Yeah, she knows what she doesn't want right now. Yeah, okay. This is also where Ty says that she wants florals at her wedding.
Mm.
Florals?
Ah. Oh. Italians.
Breaking.
Oh. I was thinking flowers for a wedding. Groundbreaking.
Oh, see, I thought you were just implying that she's like, we're gonna have a weed bar at the wedding.
Oh. Progressive.
Weed wedding.
That's where they're doing like the charity fund, and Cher is like trying to be like a good person, and so she's like grabbing all these donations for, I can't remember what the wild accident was. And then Travis brings in his bong, and he's like, I'm on a program that's got a couple steps. And she's like 12, and he's like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know where to put this. And she's like, maybe kitchenware. And he goes, that's where I used to put it.
We have the bouquet toss, and for some reason, Lucy is there.
Lucy is there.
Lucy is there. The maid.
Oh, I was like, guys, come on.
Lucy the maid is also
Lucy.
there too.
Lucy.
She's in her maid outfit.
She is.
Even
So she's
for
working the wedding?
She's working the wedding.
Working the wedding.
Give her a break.
I wonder, is the wedding at Cher's house? Did they host?
It kind of does look like it might be at Cher's house.
Yeah.
You know, there's stuff so weird. Yeah. I mean, that she set them up. So, and that is Clueless from 1995.
Wow. What a film.
There's a lot of plot points in the movie, and they're very fast.
Yeah, this was a lot harder to write down the plot points just because, like, genuinely every 2 minutes was a different scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And there's so many jokes that you feel like you don't want to pass up. And does this movie hold up?
Absolutely. It will forever.
And this is like one of those great examples of like really leaning into the time period that the film was made in. So then now, like 30 years later, it's a period piece.
Yeah.
And you can, if you want to understand, you know, being a teenager in the 90s, if you want to understand California in the 90s, like this is a great place to start. Even though a lot of other crazy things were happening in California. Yeah, this is only one perspective.
We have 3 little quick sections that we like to go through at the end of every movie discussion.
Okay. First, does Clueless pass the Bechdel test?
Oh my God.
Does it?
Tucker, what do you think? Now, in order for a movie to pass the Bechdel test, there are 3 levels of the Bechdel test. Level 1, it has to have at least 2 named women in it.
Okay.
2, they have to talk to each other.
Check.
Okay.
3, about something besides a man.
At some point, yes.
Yeah, there are
That is correct.
things going on. They talk about the Haitians.
They do. I feel like the gym scene, they don't really talk about boys.
The 3 main characters are women, and there are multiple supporting women, including Miss Geist, the coach, Amber, and Summer. Even when Cher, Dion, and Ty talk about men, it's always about romance. The women are conscious thinkers, and their thoughts are their own, even if it's teenage melodrama. Now, does this movie pass the reverse Bechdel test?
That's a thing.
Well, no. Does it have at least 2 named men in it?
Oh.
Do the men talk to each other?
Do they?
At the end of the movie, when Murray goes, I'm bugging, and then Josh goes, I'm bugging myself.
And Mel talks to Josh and
Christian.
what's his Christian.
Christian? Okay. But do they talk about something other than a woman?
I don't think they do. Wow.
Wow.
Good job, Clueless.
You did it.
You did it, girl.
The goal is to pass the Bechdel test and not pass the reverse Bechdel test.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what is another film that we could pair this with?
So I had a thought, and then I thought of a different movie, but I forgot what that is entirely. So I'm going to go with my first instinct, which is the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. If either of you guys have seen that, there's a line in this movie where Dion says that Cher is saving her virginity for Luke Perry. Luke Perry is like the main male lead in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It basically is, what if you took Clueless and then made Cher hunt some vampires?
No, I love it. Do you have one?
Well, if you know anything about my double features, it's that I like Whiplash. So I would probably do something like not Clueless first, because it needs to be the palate cleanser. So probably a Shawshank Redemption and then Clueless.
What do you think?
Yeah, this is very
Barbenheimer. Yeah, you're right.
It's fun. So what's yours?
I'm going to go with the film that I mentioned when talking about this movie that I kind of got it confused with, which would be Heathers. I think there's a lot of similarities between the two, but I like how one takes the violent extreme and does the camp with it, while the other one takes the high school extreme and does the camp with it. Finally, is there a needle drop from any era that you would add to Clueless?
A needle drop?
Like a needle drop, like a song. Oh.
I feel like Olivia Rodrigo song would be fit in right there.
Is there a specific Olivia Rodrigo?
No, I don't really like her that much.
I don't really, but it fits. I don't care.
Let's say All American Bitch by Sabrina.
Yeah.
By Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay, that would work for sure. Is that what you're going with, Tucker, too? Or
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I forgot to think about it.
the cop-out answer would be Fancy. And that's okay. That's a valid answer.
It's a valid answer.
And it would work. It would work fine.
You know what? No, we need more ska. There was only a little bit of ska in the movie. Or maybe some Sugar Ray.
I think I would go with The Boy's Mine,
Oh, so good.
Ariana Grande.
Mm.
Actually, I'm going to scratch mine. I'm Not That Girl, I think would go really well. Reprise? Reprise. Okay, yeah. And it's when Ty sees Elton dancing with Amber.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you know, Will, have they tried to make this a stage musical?
Funny you should ask. We did the deep dive last night. Amy Heckerling wrote the book to the musical that premiered in 2018. It was an off-Broadway production starring Dove Cameron. So, yes.
Holy shit.
But it was a jukebox musical.
Oh.
Amy Heckerling decided to stay with the production and rework it for a brand new original musical version that just finished its run in the West End, that's going on a tour in the UK. And that received rave reviews, calling it one of the best original musicals based off of a film in years, comparing it to the original Legally Blonde musical, and saying that it was what Mean Girls the musical should have been.
Legally Blonde was what I was thinking of for the double feature that it left my mind.
It would be really good.
That was great.
Yeah, because Elle Woods and Cher have so much in common with each other. You could kind of view it as a soft sequel.
Yeah, you'd have to go Clueless into Legally Blonde because high school to college.
Yeah, and Cher becoming a lawyer would make sense because that's what her dad does. But I think Cher might have an easier time getting into Harvard than Elle Woods did.
Well, Elle Woods has the parental influence. She can buy her way in. I guess Elle Woods can too, but she doesn't. Brandon, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for finally getting me to watch Clueless.
Oh, it's the best.
It's
and you're gonna watch it at least 10 more times.
Well, of course.
Yes.
So I'm friends with you.
But we're on every podcast platform of choice, including YouTube, and we are on Instagram and TikTok at Reel It In Pod. Tucker, thanks again for making it out today.
Yes, I'm so excited to see you guys in person next week. Less than a week. Only 3 days.
I know. It's going to be crazy. And we're going to be watching some good movies. Some good.